And let me show you how to solve a few of the quadratic equations using your quadratic formula. That formula is x is equal to a negative b plus or minus the square root of our b squared minus 4ac, and all of that gets divided by 2a. Okay, within this first problem here, our a is going to be the 1 in front of the x squared, our b is going to be the negative 4, and our c is this negative 1 on the end. So we plug everything in place. X is equal to a negative b. If b is a negative 4, then negative b is a positive 4. Plus minus the square root of your b squared. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Take away 4 times the a times the c. All of that is being divided by 2 times the a, which is a 2. We'll have 4 plus or minus the inside of our radical is going to be 20. The square root of 20 reduces down to 2 square roots of 5. This is what we've been practicing the last few days. And we can reduce from these three numbers right here, and we have 2 plus or minus 1 square roots of 5. Problem number 9, our a is a 1, our b is this negative 6 in the middle, and the c is this positive 1 on the end. X is equal to a negative b, that'll be a positive 6, plus minus the square root of your b squared, which will be 36. Remember, that number should always be positive. Take away 4 times your a times your c. Divide all that by 2 times your a, which is 2 times 1, equals 6 plus minus the inside of that radical will be a 32. The square root of 32 works out to be 4 square roots of 2. And we can reduce from our triangle of numbers to 3 plus minus 2 square roots of 2. A few more. Here our a is a 1, our b is this negative 5 in the middle, and the c is the 1 on the end. X is equal to a negative b, which will be a positive 5, plus minus the square root. Your b squared will be 25. Take away 4 times the 1 times the 1. The a and the c divided by 2 times the a, which is 2. This equals 5 plus minus the square root inside of our radical. We have 21. The square root of 21 does not break down. We're finished. Number 18, x is equal to 1, b is equal to 4, c is equal to 3. X is equal to a negative b, negative 4, plus minus the square root. Your b squared is 16. Take away 4 times your a times your c. Divided by 2 times your a, which is 2. Equals negative 4 plus minus the square root. Inside of the radical, we're going to end up with a 4, which is a perfect number. This is going to be negative 4 plus or minus 2, because the square root of 4 is a perfect 2. When the square root works out to be a perfect number, you will do a little branch here, and you will continue by going negative 4 plus the 2 over the 2, and negative 4 minus the 2 over the 2. Negative 4 plus the 2 will be negative 2 over 2. We get a nice answer of negative 1. Negative 4 minus the 2 is negative 6 over 2. Gives us a nice answer of negative 3. 21. Your a is a 1. Your b is a negative 3. Your c is this negative 4. X is equal to, didn't like that. X is equal to, a negative b will be a positive 3, plus or minus the square root. Your negative 3 squared is 9. Remember, that's always positive. Minus 4 times the a times the c. All of that is over 2 times the a. This will be 3 plus minus the square root. Inside that radical, we're going to end up with a perfect 25. Square root of 25 is 5. When that square root works out to be a nice perfect number, you must do this branching. You'll do 3 plus 5 over 2, and you'll do 3 minus 5 over 2. 3 plus 5 is 8 over 2, which gives me 4. 3 minus 5 is negative 2 over 2, which gives me negative 1. Number 27, here we have an a value that is not 1. A is 2, b is negative 5, c is 2. X is equal to a negative b, positive 5, plus minus. Your negative 5 squared is 25. Take away 4 times the a times the c. Lovely. Over 2 times the a, which will be a 4. This will be 5 plus minus the square root. Inside of our radical, we're going to have, that's 8, that's 16. We're going to have another perfect number, a 9. The square root of 9 is 3. We'll branch. We'll do 5 plus 3 over 4 and 5 minus 3 over 4. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 over 4 is 2. 5 minus is positive 2. Let's clean that up. This is 5 minus the 3 over the 4. That'll be 2 over 4, which won't clean up perfectly, but it will reduce to a half. Number 30, a is a 3, b is a negative 2, c is a negative 8. X is equal to a negative b, that'll be a positive 2, plus minus, the b squared will be a 4, minus 4 times the a times the c. All of that over 2 times the a, which will be 6 in this problem. This is equal to 2 plus minus. Inside of our radical, we end up with 100. Another one of those perfect numbers. The square root of 100 is 10. So I'll branch 2 plus 10 over 6 and 2 minus 10 over 6. 2 plus 10 is 12. 12 divided by 6 is a 2. 2 minus the 10 is negative 8. Negative 8 over 6, so we'll reduce down to negative 4 thirds. And one more. A problem where we do not have the classic equal to 0, so we have to remedy that first. So this 5 is going to be added to the other side. 2x squared plus 7x plus 5 now. And now you're ready to go. That's the only thing you had to do. A is going to be the 2, B is the 7, C is this positive 5 now. X is equal to a negative B, negative 7, plus minus the square root, your 7 squared, minus 4 times your A times your C, divided by 2 times the A, which will be a 4 for this problem. Negative 7 plus minus the square root. Inside that radical, we're going to end up with a 9. Negative 7 plus or minus this 3 over the 4. And then we'll need to branch. I'll branch down here. Negative 7 plus the 3 over 4, and negative 7 minus the 3 over the 4. Negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4 over 4, negative 1. Negative 7 minus 3 is negative 10 over 4. That is a 10. Negative 10 over 4 will reduce down to a negative 5 over 2. Hey, I hope that helps. You got to keep practicing this, people. But hopefully as you watched me do that, you saw consistency. Consistency. You have to keep practicing and try to do them all the exact same way. Say the words in your brain. Negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac. All of that over 2a. Hey, have a nice day.